The mind is a powerful place. It is by no doubt has been told many centuries about the capabilities of the mind since the times of unfathomable times. It has been told to us how mind is a powerful place, how what is being nurtured within the mind can lead into further interpretations, and surely mind has some its own tendencies, but it can be just torn apart from it if we just make him our servant. And sadly most of us today are not good enough to do so. तो सबसे पहले हम माइंड के स्ट्रक्चर को देख रहे हैं, तो फिर हमें पता लगा माइंड एक मास्टर नहीं है, माइंड इज़ अ सर्वेंट। और अगर ये सर्वेंट अगर मास्टर बनता है, इट कॉजेज हार्म बिकॉज the mind is a kind of servant which doesn't know how to act like a master. Mind was specifically programmed to be a servant. Mind was not programmed to be a master. The master can only be one, the soul. And now I'm not gonna go into the things like what soul is and what is dead, and you just get what I'm trying to say. If you don't, you will understand maybe sometimes. So I'm here to tell you that you should, as a human being, should distance yourself from the mind and look at everything by piercing through the reality. Do not let your mind tell you what is it. Let you yourself see the reality. Do not let the mind interpret things for you. See the things for what it is themselves. Do not let the mind make the judgments. Make the judgments by your intellect, not by your mind. The intellect, if you have to become highly, I don't care what exercise you use, meditation, journaling, exercise, whatever. You just have to make yourself concentrated enough that your attention resides in the intellect of yours. You do not let your attention to be wandered by the different ideas and conclusions and the various kind of concepts which is my mind is trying to throw at you to play, to grab your attention and just make you move here and there your attention. You do not let mind do that. You do not listen to the things mind wanna say. Mind is a servant, and this servant's only job is to tell you what is the reality which you are the one you are seeing. It is the only job of this servant to tell you what is being seen, to tell you what is he is experiencing in this world in which he has entered somehow. That is the only thing the mind has to do. Nothing else is mind's thing. The mind's single most thing to do is to tell you what is the reality. To just tell you the reality. Do not let the mind make its own conclusions. The intellect should only make the conclusions on the basis of the rational and intuitive and mixture of both kind of thinking, and also weighing both sides of the coin, the rational and the intuitive. Rational is the lower part of intellect, and intuitive is the higher form of intellect. Though that is not the discussion of today, but we have touched that ground also. With this, I would like to conclude: to hear, do not hear your mind, to hear your intellect, to see the difference of what the mind is trying to tell you and what the reality is, to see the difference between the conclusions the mind is drawing and the conclusions that are really to be drawn. Suspend the judgments of the mind. See the things for a little bit longer. Suspend those judgments made by the mind. See the things for a little bit longer. And with that, I will end today's video. Thank you for watching.